like I was saying, it is the absolute epitome of mind, body, and soul when you are in nature. It's body, it's a workout.
Yeah.
It's mind. It's the you want to ever really get to know yourself?
I don't remember.
Go fucking hike by yourself.
Oh.
Go hike by yourself. So everyone sees me hiking all the time. I hike 400 plus miles a year.
That's
through
incredible,
national
by the
parks. Yeah, not even trying to like brag, but like I do.
You're gonna do it.
I do,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna do it. But the thing is that like I'm doing it for myself. I'm doing it for myself because it's my therapy.
Yeah.
It's my medicine. People are like, oh, I have a therapist. I'm like, oh, I've got nature because of all the hikes that everyone see me on.
Yeah.
At least 50, more like 60 to 70% are by myself, hiking by myself, because you really get to know yourself when you're
music,
hiking
nothing.
by yourself.
You're just walking.
No music, no nothing.
Yeah.
No nothing. I'm just out there. I'm just connected. And you're asking yourself questions. You're going through your own mental therapy the entire time. You're connecting with nature. I love hiking with my best friends.
Yeah. Sure.
I really do.
Of course.
And I do get that with them too.
Yeah.
But it's basically a 12-hour comedy show because we're fucking laughing our asses off and telling stories the whole time and eating mushrooms and smoking pot. Yeah. And I'm like, my abs are just as sore as my legs are. And that is awesome.
Yeah.
However, when I'm by myself, I still am talking to myself. So it's kind of like I'm with someone, but you're with yourself. You're with your own thoughts. And it's the best. It's the best therapy. It's the best way to really, really get to know yourself.
That's amazing.
It's true. It's true, man. It's true. And you feel like you go through a lot of like emotions. You go through a lot, putting yourself, don't start off with some crazy ass shit.
Of course.
Like do stuff that's digestible and manageable.
Yeah.
But I've gotten to the point where my dad's my best friend, but my dad asks me, his generation, they weren't as into physical fitness and, taking care of ourselves. And just me, he was a great athlete and he took pretty good care of himself for a really long time, but they did it for hobbies.
Yeah.
We do it for lifestyle and to perpetuate our health.
Yes.
And I'm about to go on one of the more ambitious hikes of my entire life next week. So I'm playing in New York this Saturday, getting on a 7 a.m. flight, flying to Seattle because I play in Seattle the following week. But my best friend and I, one of them, the one, Jason, isn't able to come, unfortunately. But Eric and I are going on basically a 125-mile hike in the middle of the Pacific Northwest.
Over how many days?
5.
Wow.
Yeah, so we're doing 25 plus miles a day.
Dude.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Which is fucking intense.
Yes.
So like up to 2 years ago, I had never done a 20-mile day. And then once you did it once, it's like Robert Bannister running the 4-minute mile. Then everybody was fucking doing it like once a week after that. Same thing. A lot of it's mental. Funny thing is Robert Bannister broke the 4-minute mile. That's his name, right? Robert Bannister?
Yep.
Yeah. He was actually not even an athlete. He was a neurologist. Yeah. He was a neurologist studying the capacity of the mind. And he said, I'm going to show everyone I can run a 4-minute mile, which for 100 plus years was considered impossible. So I hiked a 20-mile day right when pandemic started because I had nothing to do but hike.
Of course.
And then since then, I've done 12 to 14 of them in the last 2 years. We're going to do 5 in 5 days this next week. But once you start back to what I was going to say is once you start challenging yourself in nature experiences, you go through some like moments.
Yes.
Where you're like, am I going to be okay?
Yeah.
Like, did I like, cut off more than I can chew or whatever the expression is.
Yeah.
And, but that's great. Because you learn to overcome and you learn to trust yourself and you learn to go through the thick of the shit and come out smelling like roses. And you walk off and you're just so tired. You're just like, fuck yes. And you start to build the personal building blocks of loving yourself when you start to accomplish things that you can do, because we tend to give great advice but not take it ourselves. Yeah. We tend to build people up but not build ourselves up. We tend to love but not self-love.
Yeah.
And so challenging yourself and putting yourself in situations and overcoming those situations by yourself with no one else to help teaches you self-love. It teaches you lessons of personal affirmation that no one can take away from you.
Yeah.
That no one can ever take away from you. You have that. You start to build those building blocks to your own pyramid and to your own level of success, and not being afraid to love yourself.
Man, do I love Sherm in the booth. Oh, hey, I think you do too. Hope you enjoyed that piece of content. If you're looking for more, make sure to go to my YouTube channel and hit that subscribe button and turn on all notifications so you don't miss any upcoming Sherm in the Booth interviews, live sets, new music, exclusive artist interviews, Sherm's Word, sub-pack reviews, and more. This is your one-stop shop for everything entertainment. Cheers.